some history. Let's take some history. Let's tape some history, y'all. Okay, we live and direct. We double-breasted, y'all. Free Among Radio and Intellectual Radio, y'all. Got them call-in numbers 872-708-223-8953. Y'all feel free to call in. Also 929-477-3785. Again, let's make some history. Let's take some history and let's tape some history. Welcome again to another episode of Free Among Radio. This is the show that Empire for y'all. Big Council watching Empire for you. Time to be about it. First and foremost, if you can, take a pause for the calls. Instagram, Snapchat, whatever forms of social media you got access to, let them know that we are locked and loaded for another episode. In fact, use those old modes of communication, y'all. Open the back windows and open the front windows and the back windows and the back doors, and let them know that Free Among Radio and Intellectual Radio is go through the formalities, y'all. This is a weekly program, the Black Panther Party Cuz program, hosted by myself, Chairman Fred Hampton Jr, as well as that Robin Allen, aka the lady. She moving and grooving on a few different moves. Still dealing with the health issues. So y'all again keep on your minds and your hearts, y'all. Again, hit up on our Facebook page directly. Let them know we ain't forgot about it, y'all. On Facebook at Robin Allen, y'all. Real talk. We looking for we expecting our guests to call in. Supernatural, you know what I'm saying? Real talk. One of our examples, a fine example of we refer to as the Black Panther Party Cuz is the Code of Culture. The Code of Culture. For those who ain't never heard, one of our matches with Code of Culture, like what the Code of Culture is too many of us saying for some cats that don't read as much as we would like for them to read. So our thing is this: we got to be as innovative. With getting the word out, you know what I'm saying? And we say we got to turn the communities into classrooms, utilize different phenomena, you know what I'm saying? Like Reverend Nat Turner used the phenomenon of the church, you know what I'm saying? So praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. Harriet Tubman used the phenomenon what they refer to as Negro spirituals, you know what I'm saying? Chairman Frey recognized that the street tribes, unpoliticized street tribe dynamic was a phenomenon in the city of Chicago in particular. Define that phenomenon, made it work in desired manner. We recognize that hip hop and other dynamics are phenomenon. So we say again, interests of fighting for power, define these phenomena and make it work in the interests of the masses, of the people. And that's it. That is a desired manner. So Supernatural gonna be touching down with us, you know what I'm saying? So we look for that call in. I forgot that area code we're gonna be calling from, so just make sure we check in. We gave y'all 2 different phone numbers to call in, so ain't no excuses, y'all. No excuses. So feel free. You know what I'm saying? Don't hold back. Don't be hesitant to say, well, I don't want to call in because I don't know the different political words and terms. Our position is that similar to that the late Stephen Biko of the Black Conscious Movement. Stephen Biko said that Black people in particular must grasp the ability to distinguish intelligence and the ability to articulate. The ability to distinguish intelligence and the ability to articulate. Real talk, y'all. Real talk. I can look at y'all Cub calendars. We're gonna have some official Cub calendars coming out in the near future, but make it do what it do. But y'all Cub calendars, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all put on August 30th. August 30th. Make sure y'all in Chirac, you know what I'm saying? August 30th, we're gonna be at the 12 o'clock high noon at Ground Zero. Again, Ground Zero, the site in which 2 of our twin towers, quote unquote, fell. Two of our twin towers, that being 22-year-old defense captain Mark Clark and 21-year-old Chairman Fred. In fact, we acknowledge them in particular. Another revolutionary that's on ISIRD December the 4th. August 30th is the Chairman Fred Streets Party. It's Chairman Fred's birthday, and so we had a revolutionary flip on the old historical dynamic of block parties. So again, we have that, and this year's theme, you know, every year we have for the street party we have a different theme. For the IRD we have a different theme. This year's theme is going to be that save the Hampton House. Hashtag save the Hampton House. Y'all start putting that out there now. So the vestry, my sister, we working on pulling together, taking some loose ends to make sure we get down to Louisiana to the tombstones of Chairman Fred. So, you know what I'm saying? I know you get your son on deck with us. So that's we looking for that the 17th. PSAs, other PSAs, people service announcements. We're gonna be honoring the birthday of the late great Pac, and also the comrade Queen Daphne. You know what I'm saying? Though their birthdays fall on June 16th, we expect to be doing something June 15th, the day before, and we might take it on in technically past 12 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Cubs ain't got no curfew. Cubs ain't got no curfew. They give us one, we ain't on it. You know what I'm saying? We gonna sneak out them back doors and all that, you know. But the night, the 15th, and take it on past 12 o'clock, so we can officially say that we did something on the 16th also. That's gonna be at the Hampton House, y'all. 804 South 17th Avenue, right off 17th of Warren, right across the street from Irvin Elementary School. And Ty brother called in, Supernatural called in. Want to just get into it? I don't know. I think Sister Conrad played an excerpt for us earlier. 10-year-old youth that was detained by the Chicago Pigs yesterday. You did. This is common practice. You know what I'm saying? Nothing new to us, but we don't say we want to keep on putting it out there. We don't ever want to become immune to these contradictions or get used to these contradictions. In fact, our position is to continue to attempt to heighten the contradictions. And those who actually seen the footage of this child, you know what I'm saying? Rachel, right on, see free them all. That's what Angie be in the building. That's what we're talking about, y'all. 10-year-old. This is common practice. You know, not only in Chirac, but throughout every colonized community, from the Congo to Chicago, is how imperialism gets down. The breaking process starts, in fact, before birth. You know what I'm saying? Whether you know what I'm saying, whether we're talking about, you know, women in the Cook County jail, or you know what I'm saying, any concentration camp. I mean, literally being handcuffed to gurneys while they're giving birth. This impacts the child. You know what I'm saying? This is the warfare that's waged on us before we get here, from the womb to the tomb, and after that. Charlisa, my sister, right? It's always good to see you. Always, right on. I got to see you. It's been a long time. Right on. Man, right on. Tilson, right on. Glad you're online with us. Oh, that's what we're talking about. Hey, right on. Hey, we look forward to seeing them. Right on, Rachel. Right on. Free them all. Free Joy. Free them all. Right on. That's what we're talking about. Chirac is back on land. That's what we're talking about. Right on. Real talk. Yes, indeed. Let them know we said welcome Black to the community. You know what I'm saying? I know you're gonna be getting back on the social, you know what I'm saying, touching down, you know what I'm saying? In fact, I gotta find that photo when y'all came to August 30th for the Chairman Fred Streets party. You know what I'm saying? We almost approaching that time again. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all again, feel free to call in. That's when those who have been held in those concentration camps, getting out, welcome Black, and let's not forget those who are still held captive. You know, concentration camps. Right on, Torrance, we need to touch down. Once you get an update, get a report back. In fact, get a report Black from Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? We know we touched down as the Conrad, Naya, you know what I'm saying? The Triple C's was phenomenal. We've seen, you know what I'm saying? And these Triple C's are popping up everywhere. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the Black Panther Party Club's programs, in the spirit of the Black Panther Party Free Breakfast program. And this is something we want to encourage the people and the supporters, the masses of people to engage in, to take on the Triple C's again. Los Angeles, you know what I'm saying? I just talked to our comrades in France. They're going to be doing the Triple C's in France, you know what I'm saying? The programs in general. They're going to be doing the Chairman Fred Streets party, you know what I'm saying, in France. And Brazil has this, you know what I'm saying, taking it back home in Africa. Because we say in the spirit of internationalism, again, in the spirit of internationalism, we got to make this thing happen, y'all. In the spirit of Marcus Garvey, say one struggle, one people. So y'all watch us on YouTube Live, those watching on Facebook Live, those hearing us over the airwaves, y'all feel free to call in with y'all questions, comments, what have you. 10-year-old, right on, my sister tuned in, that's what it is. Fish and that, hey, clean fish, right? Hey, represent love and respect to you, real talk. This 10-year-old youth, and this is the quote-unquote justification that the pigs had later on had given. You can actually see the video footage where this young child was detained and terrorized. Detained and terrorized. You dig? 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? And just, it hurts. You know, we talked about how he wet his pants. And you know what I'm saying? He had his, you know, you've seen the testimony from his mother and his grandmother. You know, a lot of times people say, well, where the father's at? You know, I remember this comment, this movie, O.G. Skip. O.G. Skip was a cat locked up on the West Coast, and his son had made a comment. His son, his son said, "You know why we on the East Coast, everybody be saying, 'What am son? Your son?'" And the guy said, "Why they say that?" He said, "Shit, everybody, all our daddies, they took all our daddies from us, you know." And we need to be clear on that, you know what I'm saying? I tell we see, even if he's there. It's, you know what I'm saying, it's a, you know, like, you know, whether it be out of for repercussions, if you come out and speak, you know what I'm saying, it's against a war tactic, you know what I'm saying, you know, it's a repercussions. Our people in general are under attack. However, and I'm saying this in all objectivity, you know what I'm saying, even the dynamic with the Black male, and if you think I'm just, you know, being paranoid or, you know what I'm saying, making some baseless summation, quote unquote white folks. In fact, there was just a study rendered. I forgot what entity, what arm of the state had just did this study, and they said they had took 75 quarterbacks, 75, 100. No, it was 150. Yeah, 150 quarterbacks, and they had divided. They had a portion. Half of them were white quarterbacks, and half of them were black quarterbacks. So I think a high school football team. I forgot what it was, but anyway, they were all adult, all exactly the same size, same age range. And how what the study had revealed is, I see Deb Keith Harris is in the building. The people who had seen them, black and white alike, had seen the black individuals, the black men, as being more larger than they were, and more. They said they took them as more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reality. You know what I'm saying? That the whole the emasculation is a war tactic. And like is a piece. Ironically, our intro we say this is the show that you cancel watching Empire for. I was watching some episode of Empire, and the guy who Terrence Howard, who portrays Lucius Lyon, he made a comment to the eldest son, who deals with issues of mental health issues, and the whole thing is straight out it's a blatant petty bourgeoisie line. In other words, inspiring capitalist line. Though all of them have this, but his is more blatant and apparent. But anyway, Lucius Lyon's character, who again, like some of these, who is a made up name, a fictitious name, like a lot of these entertainers and athletes. It be a made up background, history, all that. But Lucius Lyon commented to the eldest son. He said, "I sent you to those white schools. I sent you to those institutions. So you can make it. You know what I'm saying? This is something that we all know." We know the contradictions, with any dynamics of, independence or, masculinity or whatever, and this goes in regards to in so many genres, music, movements, and, just that presence alone, it puts a scope on you, and so, but a lot of times we are told, you just study hard, so on and so forth. But we must come to grips with this here. This is we are subjected to a system that's been making and breaking slaves for quite some time. And though a lot of the state doesn't have a issue with the eunuchs, or or those who just the brawn is opposed to the brain. And I tell you, you look in different history of Rome. You're like, what are these strong? The oppressor, how does Pharaoh, how do they allow these different strong men to be around their harems and the women, and come to find out that they were castrated all the time, and the deal is like even a lot of the what's his name, Terry Crews, you see the physical, the size, the physical size of him. When you look at the acting roles, he was he was allowed to be in. I say allowed to be in. Even he's picked, the few examples we see of a family, even in the Chris Rock series, everybody hates Chris Rock, and how on a few images of black man, black woman, what they refer to as a nuclear family setting, and all of the state, they have what we call die in the bag. They knew it all the time. It only can go so far. And unbeknownst to a lot of people, the whole breaking process or the broke process, because we've said on a number of occasions that all of us are damaged. However, the state knows that there are some of us have been, damaged to the point of no repair. It's like you go to a used car lot, and so you say, well, this car may need some spark plugs or a tune up, but the state knows what cars to allow on the floor room, the auto show. Able to move. They'll be washed and waxed up, because they know the engine is gone. It may have other, additives. It may look good on the outside, the wheels can be waxed, but they know the insides of it has been gutted. It's been broke, or deeper than that, never had been there. No frame, no connection to the community, In fact, Cruz, again, this is no attack on the victim. It's to put in correct context how the state utilizes psychological profiles. In fact, he said in his recent piece, Terry Crews, his memory of his father, the first black male he has seen, is that of beating his mother. And then the deal is like so many. You listen to some of Jay-Z's, listen to their lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Disdain for black men. You know what I'm saying? And then you and like after the poachers kill the gorillas, how all of a sudden the first hand the baby gorilla see is the white social worker or whatever, what have you. You know what I'm saying? To come put that nipple, you know what I'm saying, back in that baby gorilla's mouth, and you know, it's to serve as a surrogate. You know what I'm saying? And the state serves as a surrogate to so many individuals. You know what I'm saying? And we must be, you know, and these are the ones that they allow to be what we refer to as slave success stories. Again, slave success stories. And, you know, again, you know, attack on these individuals. Many of these individuals, they become flattered to the point that, and this is even all these cases. You know what I'm saying? We see people in our community with a state and the lawyers will pull them to the side and they'll tickle their tummy. They'll call them by their first name, give them some sort of attention. You know what I'm saying? And this is a tactic that, you know what I'm saying, you look, you know, like you look at these shows like 48 Hours. They don't question people in the community. They take you and they isolate you. You know what I'm saying? And they play up for that. And so again, everything is political. But back to this case, this 10-year-old child. This is common practice. I can't recall the young brother's name, but just look at the whole dynamic. You know what I'm saying, of what had went down. What had occurred. In Chicago, police had claimed that they posed, you know what I'm saying, been looking for someone who's escaped from the juvenile detention center. He was handcuffed, again, detained and terrorized. So it's familiar on Tony, he can post his name, but you definitely got to see the video. Call in with your questions, your input, so on and so forth. And it's a different dynamic how other communities are treated, so on and so forth. Cuz, I see you, cuz. So again, that happened yesterday. We talked about that. And also, while we're waiting on our guest calling in Supernatural, I want to show up this front page of today's Chicago Sun-Times. This is today's Chicago Sun-Times, Wednesday, June 6, 2018. In the Chicago Sun-Times, this issue here. This is the mayor of Chicago, Rahm Israel Emanuel. And you know what I'm saying? And it's Rahm on CPS sex abuse scandal. CPS being acronym for Chicago Public Schools. And he says, no excuse, I'm sorry. So you got to do, you got to wonder what can this arrogant individual even admit to him being sorry about, you know, of what? You know what I'm saying? For them, we know the ruling class, we don't care what it is. They never, you know, acknowledge that they committed a crime. You know what I'm saying? This is in response to something that's been exposed by the ruling class, but something we've known all too well that's common in our community. And this is about this similar to that in the churches, you know what I'm saying, but the abuse inside the public schools, in particular Chicago public schools. And it's I think it should go farther than this. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like when the police they bring up these files on these police and they say, well, the police did this wrong. You know, it should be some sort. It should be a retroactive move to go back and pull up cases that, you know, the people whose lives been impacted. You know what I'm saying? Guys who and ladies and guys who locked up somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Do these individual positions. You just don't say, you know, all right, that's wrong. No, you got people who are still suffering. You know what I'm saying? Suffering from these crimes. You know what I'm saying? And so this would be retroactive. You know what I'm saying? All the children. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure adults. Again, something that we always know, you know what I'm saying, about the abuse that goes, you know what I'm saying, that happens, but we not afforded the resources or the political stability that, you know what I'm saying, the other entities, you know what I'm saying, when people can say it's a crime, you know what I'm saying, whether it be you know, white women, you know what I'm saying, what have you, because when these countries, you know what I'm saying, happen, or the white community, or the white community in general, when these atrocities happen to us, people, you know what I'm saying, or just take it, you know what I'm saying, did you pay? We forced to ask questions like, well, did you pass the class? You know what I'm saying? And regardless about the abuse that happened, and you know, and so this would be, you know, and I mean, there's no statute of limitation for terrorism, and that's what that is. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, like there are certain developmental stages in life that we go through. Like you can catch somebody, you know, at a certain age. In fact, the Catholic Church. I think the first 3 to 7 years, how much you can impact a person's life. You know what I'm saying? You go back in your life, you look at certain people that you grew up with, you say, I knew as a child, this person, you know what I'm saying, has some backbone. In fact, Debo, if you listen, Debo got one of his songs, I can't remember the name of the song, but Debo said one of his songs, I'm talking Debo out of Chirac, y'all. Debo say, even in school, I knew you say Debo, you say the guys want to be a vice lord chief, but the other dude wanted to be a police chief. And in certain cases, you can go back and see now. You be like, I can see that as a child. In fact, the piece they did on O.J. Simpson, childhood friend O.J. Simpson talked about how even as children, he recalls back, you know, what O.J. Simpson was. O.J. Simpson never had no connection, nor a desire to have a connection with the black community, you know. But even so, the deal is even the damage you don't see that happened to these children in Chicago public schools. Again, we talk about Chicago, Chirac. It's a microcosm of other communities. You know what I'm saying? And this ties into the oppression this put on these children, you know, oppression that people are not even allowed to acknowledge or to talk about, and that you're forced to keep inside. That somehow it's going to get released. You know what I'm saying? Scary, right on, free them all. Real talk. I see you, brother. And many times we are only take on the outlet it is you know, released upon that old stereotypical tale. It talks about how, you know, the guy go to work and the boss you know, say he pushes down so hard, then it comes back and the man releases the frustration on the wife and children. So in the black community, we forced to release on each other. You know what I'm saying? There's no outlet. However, with the politics, when we hide the contradictions, the people can be very clear on who is responsible, who is the damager, all of us are damaged. Many people resort to just releasing on each other. You know what I'm saying? They know directly, indirectly, that it's not cool. You know what I'm saying? They call a question on the pigs. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's some real heat can come for that. So like they choose to release it on their fellow brothers, you know, brother or sister, what have you. But I also, in regards to this thing, not only should the mayor of Chicago, you know what I'm saying, should be held accountable, you know what I'm saying, and as we call a question about these crowds, these children, all the different institutions, social institutions, the agencies, and many of these I don't even want to say parents. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to use it, you know, so many people that, you know, that may have been physically involved with help bringing people in here, but I don't, that term should not be, I don't use that term loosely, like to say parents. You know, all those in the community who mimic that old just go to school, get education. You wonder why these children dropping out. You wonder why they're not performing in school well. You know what I'm saying? And when people sending them out, you know what I'm saying, forcing them up into these, you know what I'm saying, to these places, you know what I'm saying, to these legalized rape centers, you know what I'm saying, and under the auspices of education, you know what I'm saying. Then you wonder why they go in there and they abuse, they violate it. You know what I'm saying. They come out that rage, and you wonder why. You know, so you look in a lot of these children's eyes. You can see the hopelessness. You can see the pain. You know what I'm saying. Combine that with other recipes, other ingredients for this recipes of destruction. Bombard them with these the various forms of chemical biological warfare, the mollies, the ecstasy, and the pills, so on and so forth. Then hit them with this, you know what I'm saying, the type of propaganda, the video games. But again, and not even to acknowledge, you know what I'm saying, where they go into these schools, and it's one thing to say, okay, acknowledge this something is wrong, you know, so this is a criminal environment. But you coming back, and you can't release, you can't tell your parents this here, because you know what I'm saying, a lot of them have been duped into this facade, you know what I'm saying, just go get an education, you know what I'm saying, you know, ain't nothing, that's the furthest thing that happened in these places, you know what I'm saying. So this Chicago Sun-Times, you know, so they acknowledging about, you know what I'm saying, and we don't even know how far reaching this goal. In fact, we grew up, it was like the norm, you know what I'm saying. You could look at some of these teachers, you know what I'm saying, that's in our community, and but a lot of times we had this reactionary response, well, you know, the white people just care about us, so on and so forth. But the deal is, the state, that there are policies that impact practices, and like even the type of police that are dropped inside our community. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get it twisted. Our position is that the police force itself represents the front line of the war waged on our communities. However, similar to like inside the prisons, or better yet, the concentration camps. It's a book, The Dragon Has Come, and they talk about how even visitors come in the visiting room and you think your son is being is treated humanely with respect. The state puts a certain type of guard in the visiting room. You know what I'm saying? They want to have may even appeal more to your what you see even looks like, you know what I'm saying, a human being. You know what I'm saying? They you know, they grab it and they put him in the visiting room, and they grab the most dogmatic. They put the chitlins of the pig, you know what I'm saying, inside the behind the wall, you know what I'm saying, and that goes in regards to the food we get, the music we get. It's the gutter. In fact, it's even in regards to the alcohol, like a lot of times we just think the white people drink keg beer because it just happened to be that way. However, they have done studies, talking about how the beer is technically the beer is supposed to be able to breathe, like I said. So the mouth of it, the opening of the bottle, supposed to have a certain amount of space. With a beer can breathe. We think we just got 40 ounces. It's something we think it's some stuff that we made up with Ice Cube and it just came up and that's their beer or some shit. But this is strategic. Now, do the ruling class, because slitting and the rest, they come meet with Ice Cube, say, listen, we're gonna put this type of beer inside the community. No, but they know the dynamics of the malt, the being on top of, on top of the beer and the closed bottle, that the beer is not even allowed to breathe. So drugs in our community, it's the residue, the music, it's again, for lack of a better term, it's the drain off, and this goes in every day, in every aspect of our life, or better yet, we say, as Marvin Gaye said, this ain't living, and every aspect of our existence, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But again, not only does Mayor Rahm Emanuel, but all the institutions, all the counselors, all these in our community who who didn't take time to question, but was quick to call, oh my these children, they ain't going to school, they ain't doing the right thing. Similar to those, they can be likened to the parents, not in Auschwitz and the Dachau in Auschwitz, why telling the y'all get on that train. In fact, it's a piece on Netflix about Nazi Germany. You know what I'm saying? Coach Alfred Powell, real talk. There you go, right on, Quabner, right on. Coach Alfred Powell's books it's a book on the 40-ounce scandal. Real talk. Y'all let me know if I'm being heard clearly. Also over the airwaves too. We on Facebook, we on YouTube, we on the airwaves. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Saeed, right on. Free them all. Good to see you on deck with us, y'all. Y'all feel free to call in. But again, other communities, as opposed to free them all, my brother. Other communities are at least allow the opportunity to have war terms, and also not only have war terms, but to place the blame on Fremont comrade, to place the blame on the correct entity. You know what I'm saying? And the deal is, like when we're talking Nazi Germany, you hear terms like ghetto, the ghettos. They acknowledge, that this is the ghettos were created. By that the Nazi Germany, you know what I'm saying? The Führer, Adolf Hitler, you know what I'm saying? Goebbels, Minister of Propaganda. However, when it comes down to our community, hey, Hollywood in the building, right on. So, hey, so glad you're back in the, back in the community. Love and respect to you, my sister. Right on, real talk. This flip is somehow position that we made, that we created the ghettos. You know what I'm saying? It's something that we did. Other communities, they acknowledge that they tell you Nazi Germany, they created the ghettos to corral people off, you know what I'm saying, and how the conditions they were clear. You know what I'm saying? You didn't hear people saying like, well, I wonder why they so thin. You know what I'm saying? It's done by design. You know what I'm saying? But in our community, the murder rate is happening. It ain't like it used to be. We just started killing each other. We just jumped up and just, these kids, they get these guns. It's supposed to asking logical questions. You know what I'm saying? That, wait a minute, how does Norfolk Railroad, you know what I'm saying, this train just stopped on 59th and Normal, you know, in the heart of Inglewood, where these shooters are going out, Lawndale, West Side Chicago. How these, hey, love you black, my sister, real talk, love you black, right back at you. How these, you know what I'm saying, placed into these babies, you know what I'm saying, these babies' hands, you know what I'm saying, the same, then all of a sudden, the property, you know what I'm saying, Norfolk Railroad, you know what I'm saying, they get the property, you know what I'm saying, and these so-called train robberies, so these children just happen to know what time to go get the guns off the train, you know what I'm saying, and then there are policies in place where the train they can come in and they don't report the weapons that are missing until the train get back to Virginia. So it's this is a machine, you know what I'm saying? So again, we dying by design, y'all. I'm using that term dying loosely. Y'all give us a heads up. In fact, y'all come on in, call in, cub with us, you know what I'm saying? Ride with us or collide with us, y'all. Call in 929-477-3785. I gave you the other number too, y'all. We live on YouTube, we live on Facebook, we live on all forms of social media, you know what I'm saying? So again, spirit of making history, taking history, taping history, y'all. Again, not only does Mayor Rahm Emanuel, you know what I'm saying, all that apology, these motherfuckers talk like they just bumped into you or something. Like motherfuckers just bumped into me. Excuse me. I remember a situation when I was growing up. Matter of fact, they might be watching too. I'm one of the guys, and then it was he said, "My fault. He's sorry." Your fault, motherfucker. You done shot me. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker, they done raped. Man. We don't know how many of our children, you know what I'm saying, been abused. You know what I'm saying? All these, you know, and this motherfucker, he's sorry. What? Man, listen. Hey, could you imagine Nazi Germany? Could you tell the victim of Auschwitz, oh yeah, pardon us? Shit, what? Man, the U.S. tell the victims of Japanese internment camps, oh yeah, my fault. But you know, man, the arrogance, you know, I mean, without even coming through the door, I'm too much reparation. You follow what I'm saying? I'm talking about maybe there's some counseling for these children, you know, send resources, or go back and all the ones we get locked up for cake. We know we can make the connection, and they able to do this with other communities. I didn't know who this fashion designer was, Kate something. I seen everybody on Facebook talking about it. But there's a whole piece talking about the whole issue of mental health she was dealing with. You know, talking about how business wasn't looking too good. And you've seen them break down the dynamics, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to our people, could you imagine us going up in 26 in California, the courthouse, and the judge, you know what I'm saying, and somebody of our people saying, yes, you know, this person been through a traumatizing experience, you know what I'm saying, raped in Chicago public schools, and blah, you know, the slumlord put their mother out, you know, 20 degrees below zero. They seen the police kill their fathers and mothers, you know. And judge will be like, okay, your point is what? You know what I'm saying? Or you need counseling? Okay, we have a Dr. Field couch for you. It's kind of like a bunk. It's like a jail bunk. It's a cell bunk called Pontiac. You know what I'm saying? You go down there. You say if you need a counselor, somebody to talk to, can't get you no counselor. It's a person called a cellie. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be in there. You can talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Tell them you want some more cases. You know what I'm saying? But this is type. You know what I'm saying? We don't get these type of acknowledgments. So again, the arrogance. You feel what I'm saying? And all these, not only do the mayor, the Chicago Sun-Times, shit, all the articles they wrong. You know what I'm saying? You don't take no psychiatrist to see us and go back and see. You can see these children coming up out of there. Similar to the Darien Albert case in the Finger High School. They just made it like these kids just jumped up out the blue. You know what I'm saying? Just to get some sticks and start fighting each other. We took this on. We exposed and we went against the grain because you had everybody on WVON radio. You see President Obama's press spokesperson. They come out attacking these babies, negating a history of policy that was put in play. In fact, Arnie Duncan, who later became the National Secretary of Education under the Obama administration, his role was way back in 2006. You know what I'm saying, with the Renaissance 2010. They called it the Renaissance 2010. This way back in 2006, where there were policies put in place to shut these schools down. They shut the school, shut schools, surrounding schools down, and pack these children on top of each other, arresting people, destruction. They knew it to make antagonist situation. They did studies. They knew to put the black and Mexicano students on top of each other. You know what I'm saying? The antagonize race contradictions. They knew to take in Argyle Gardens, you know what I'm saying, the area, you know what I'm saying, shut the school down there, the school that people have fought for. They put the military academy there, but then tell the children, even those parents who want, they say, well, fuck, I want my baby, you know what I'm saying, go fight for Uncle Sam. I don't understand that shit, but okay, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They took those They took those. They told them, even though you live here, you can't even send your child to this school. Now again, Argyle Gardens, where people know for years been there, they fought for these schools. Somebody come pop up, put a military school there. You know what I'm saying? And then tell you that if you want to be a part of this, if you want, you still can't be a part of it. Shut the school down. Then came in and bust them about Argyle Gardens. Took them over, forced them over to Finger High School, an area called LaVille, which everybody knows it's a class contradiction. See, everything's political. Even children have a political line. You know what I'm saying? And I tell our children, go back and look in your life. You know, it's contradiction right now. You know what I'm saying? Even some of my family members. I just motherfucker talking about, man, how you and your cousin, why y'all don't get along? Motherfucker, we was children to get that motherfucker want to be the cowboy, the police. I wouldn't know what that shit as a child. So this ain't nothing new to us. You know what I'm saying? Now we got the politics to sum it up. You know what I'm saying? But the deal is, you have contradictions in your family, your household. I tell people, you know what I'm saying? The politics, you can study the cell house you're in, study the college campus. You know what I'm saying? It's Tyrone Powers, who wrote a book called Eyes of My Soul, who's an FBI agent. He talks about how even as a child, how he always wanted to play the cowboy, you know, then the police. But his brother, you know what I'm saying, was opposite. His brother always talked about, his brother was the first one ever told him about Chairman Fred Hampton. You know what I'm saying? And it could be biological twins. You know what I'm saying? It could be the white doctor could have slapped you on your ass the wrong way, or the white nurse could have been the first hand you seen. It could be any dynamic that impact your life. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand people can't understand this. Because people can grasp on certain, you know, dynamics about astrology, you know what I'm saying, other schools of thought. But when the political come in, people, oh no, what you mean, man? That person, that's my homie. You know, it's not about whether it's a person. It is. There are certain concrete definitions. You know what I'm saying? Tangible contradictions, reactionaries. You know what I'm saying? Class contradiction. This ain't nothing I made up. This shit exists in the Black Panther Party. Exists in our communities. It exists. It exists in Vietnam, in Korea. You know what I'm saying? In fact, you just can't do no blanket assessment on Vietnam. You know what I'm saying? The deal is the U.S. they knew it's Vietnamese to work. They grabbed the South Vietnamese. You know what I'm saying? They worked that number. You know what I'm saying? We seen the opposing line with Giap, Ho Chi Minh and the like. You know what I'm saying? It's a different dynamic. You seen in Korea. You seen, you know what I'm saying, North Korea with Kim Il-sung. A different dynamic. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to the Koreans that the U.S. would grab. You know what I'm saying? They hold them up as examples. So these are the ones you want to work with. You know what I'm saying? These are the desired individuals. These are representatives for Korea. And you know, it's in fact, it reminds me and reinforces the Machiavellian particular prior to World War II, or with the Olympics. There was a big discussion about the Olympics, and they had it was brought to Adolf Hitler that he would have to have someone from someone from the Jewish community, and Adolf Hitler's position was it ain't happening. And then so different countries are saying, no, the world is going to be watching. You know what I'm saying? Because the Olympics this is a political football, for lack of better terms. This is a political football that we're using to show the world what's happening. And so Adolf Hitler was like, it's not happening. So when U.S. imperialism, the U.S. had approached him and said, listen, don't trip. This how you do this. This how you can be technically in the guidelines, but you still do what you still push your agenda. And Führer, Adolf Hitler was like, what do you mean? U.S. said, this how he say, they tell him we gotta have a certain amount of black people. He say, you seen the black people that we get? You know what I'm saying? You know about Jackie Robinson and the rest of these people, they may be black in skin. The U.S. is like, don't even trip on, you know what I'm saying? All the ones that they bring, we know it's what we call die in the bag. Die in the bag. They know that the umbilical cord is cut, or they have never been attached to the community. And in fact, the U.S. people say, we made them, we can break them. So Adolf Hitler said, okay, sounds a good move. Adolf Hitler say he technically, when he found someone who's technically referred to reference to come from the Jewish community. However, when they got there, the whole physical dynamics of them, man, the blonde hair, the white, the blue eyes, and Adolf Hitler said, well, we have birth certificates to prove, blah, blah, blah. And that's what they do with us in our community. They bring you these different individuals, and that's, you know what I'm saying, who you know not connected to the community. But they throw a woman, a movie director, the first black such and such. You know what I'm saying? You people have made great leaps and bounds. You're a black president, and you know in your mind, it physically looks that way. I don't know. And without the politics, you can't assess it. Well, you come with anything less than the politics, you come with culture nationalism, you come with and I ain't cutting no corners, you come with any other school of thought, you're gonna be lost. In fact, you come with a motherfucking knife to a gunfight. If you coming with that. Nothing, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying it's no objectivity, no humbleness. Ain't nothing but the politics can assess this shit. I'm gonna tell you something the guy told me today, blew me away. In fact, I almost brought a tear to mine, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Almost, don't get it twisted. Yes, sir. I come outside today. So this cat, he might be watching too. He say, and he always greet with respect, everything. Hey, Chairman Fred, you know, greet him. So this morning, he said, you really don't recall where I know you from, do you? I say, no disrespect, but I really can't, help me out. He said, man, we was youngsters, man. You know what I'm saying? He said, I was a youngster. And I said, yeah. I said, you make me feel like an old man, man. You know what I'm saying? Free them all. Say, I seen Adam in the building. Free them all. He said, man, he said, you had these dogs, man. He said, you come bring these dogs around. He said, you talk. He said, man, you got the best dogs. He said, and I remember I said, you told Tyson and Givens. He said, yeah. I said, them pit bulls. He said, yeah. He said, you used to tell them to hold, they want to move, tell them posse up, they move, so on and so forth. He said, he said, the impact, he said, you can put them on different blocks, everything. He said, man, your knowledge is going to help. He said, we need you to help get us through this here, man. He say, I want to do a piece, an interview with you. I said, okay, let's do a face. He said, oh, I don't get out on all that social media. He said, I just want to interview you. He said, man, let's go do like an underground piece, man. He got to go, he got to taking me back to different stuff. You never know who you impact, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I try to, it's important. I tell people, I feel fortunate because I've come into contact with different men and women in my life, you know what I'm saying? These, experiences, you know what I'm saying? I remember being held captive, that impacted us. A lot of people are deprived of any frame of reference, even if we're fighting for freedom, we're fighting for self-determination. But the deal is, even in this battle, you know what I'm saying, we're fighting for, you never know the toll or the impact, we can have, the seeds that could be planted. In fact, the Red Book, Chairman Mao has assessed that if I pick up the grandfather said, if I pick up a grain of sand, and my son pick up a grain of sand, when my grandson does pick up a grain of sand, we can move mountains. We can move mountains. And we have to fight, y'all, because we're being service to the people and also service of history. And be clear, we are fighting for the unborn, the living, as well as the dead. We live and direct on Fie Radio. Give us a heads up. Do we got any callers in queue, Sister Conrad? Any callers in queue? 929-47 Fremont. Fremont, y'all come on, call in. Cub in with us, y'all. 929-477-3785. Press 1 to be heard. 929-477-3785. We also on Intellectual Radio, y'all. We don't say ain't no excuses, you know what I'm saying? We know hard to find, y'all. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? If come down to it, we use two 10 cans in the string, y'all. Get this word out, y'all. The Cubs are coming. The Cubs are coming. The Black Panther Party Cubs are here. Chapters are popping up everywhere. We say more progress, more problems. We're going to experience some growing pains. We have experienced some growing pains. And ain't nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? And we can't be acknowledging and address these contradictions, you know what I'm saying? The deal is, we learn ourselves through struggle, you know what I'm saying? And the struggle is on, you know what I'm saying? One we out of time. We can have certain discussions. You hear people talking about terms like, the counterinsurgency, so on and so forth. And again, what Lenin said, Lenin, Russian theoretician, in fact, it said that what takes people 20 years to learn in ordinary times, they can learn in 2 years in revolutionary times. Again, what takes people 20 years to learn in ordinary times, they can learn in 2 years in revolutionary times. You know what I'm saying? So that's again, with that being said, let's seize the time. Call in, Cub in, 929-477-3785. Also, feel free to make a comment. Are you able to see the comments? Oh, we slacking on YouTube. What it is, y'all? Oh, man, y'all playing games. What y'all get scared on YouTube? What is, you know what I'm saying? How you doing, my sister? Right on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, we need more viewers. What's happening? What's happening? Put the word out, y'all. Listen here. Y'all go tell the stool pigeons, don't tell nobody. The Chairman Fred is on live and direct on Intellectual Radio on Fie Radio. And y'all know the stool pigeons is out there. Tell them, they walk past, don't just say, man, listen, I heard dude, man, they trying to keep it on the low. They got, man, on Wednesdays, 6:30, yeah, that Black Panther Cub dude, yeah, he on there, but don't let nobody know. Let them, put them to work, you know what I'm saying? Put them to work, real talk. We gonna heighten the contradiction to the point that even when they send the agent provocateurs and they done it, and they doing it, and they gonna do it. They gonna go back to their bureau chief and say, listen, could you send me somewhere else? Because these guys got us working like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So this what it is, y'all. Real talk. I see you, Cub right on. I see Adam right on. Say keep impacting. We're gonna do that, no doubt about it. That's what it is, y'all. Making history, taking history. Also, this Saturday, y'all, put on y'all Cub calendars now. This Saturday on y'all Cub calendars. This Saturday, we're going to be at the Hampton House, 804 South 17th Avenue, 804 South 17th Avenue, right off 17th and Warren, right across from Irvin Elementary School in Maywood, 2:00 p.m. We're going to be there. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be there. We live and direct, you know what I'm saying, with the Triple C program, Children, Community, and Cubs. This is a program that, you know what I'm saying, that we pushing hard, you know what I'm saying? So again, y'all come on through, touch down with us, Cub down with us, you know what I'm saying? Whatever support y'all can give, whether it be Fremont to Conrad, now you're in the building, whether it be some paint, you know what I'm saying, whether it be some bottled waters, what have you. Also, we get the waters off, we get the porta toilet over there. You keeping funding to keep the porta toilet for another month over there. Whatever forms of support you can come on with it. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, y'all. Free me Abu Jamal, free them all. Free to Move 9, free them all. You know what I'm saying? Hey, free Sunday out at Cola, free them all. Free Leonard Peltier, free them all, y'all. We making history, taking history, taping history. Y'all call in with y'all questions, comments, or whatever you got. You know what I'm saying? This is, you know what I'm saying? This is a program, the Black Panther Party Cubs, but in general, this is a program to serve who? The people. Our most important resource, you dig, is the people. Without the people, we out of here. We out of here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? As far as Minister U.E.P. Newton said that when he was held captive, had it not been for the support of the people, he may have come out of there in the pine box, if come out of there at all. And we clear on that, y'all. This weekend, June 10th, this Sunday, we will be in Florida. We had a flight posted on our page. The Cubs will be in Florida, y'all. Following week, I believe we'll be in D.C. So again, the Cubs are coming. The Cubs are coming. The Black Panther Party Cubs are here. Do not wait till we become a safe subject, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, hey, I feel like we riding on fumes, y'all. I don't know how long we got, but you better believe we gonna put some dents in, you know what I'm saying, in this hill. We gonna do what it do, y'all. We gonna ride this motherfucker till the wheels fall off. And then even after that, you can still hit the concrete, y'all. You dig? That's what it is. Callers and Q, comments, whatever. Real talk. That's right on. Right. Hollywood, share this video with everybody, you know what I'm saying? Real talk. Seen a lot of legends at this past Saturday funeral. Don Smokey, I went and cast the old street trials, so on and so forth. It really harkened back to some days of, you know, some structure. Don't get it twisted. Like we talk about the structure. That's not to say there were no contradictions. You know what I'm saying? You know, in Chicago or other places. However, you know what I'm saying, it was a different dynamic. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can acknowledge contradictions. You know what I'm saying? Because as opposed to, you know, you got chaos, and that's what this is. We're dealing with organized chaos. You know what I'm saying? You really can't, you can't pin the tail on, you know what I'm saying, on the pig. You know what I'm saying? Or who, who's responsible for these conflicts in our community? And one of America's policies is to create chaos and then restore order. Create chaos and then restore order, y'all. Real talk. Live and direct, y'all. Y'all call in with us, tune in with us. Oh, okay. I know you're in the hospital. Oh man, hey man, get well on the sis. Get well on love and respect. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you want give us an inbox of where you at? You know, so we come through there on the visit or something. Just check, you know, let us know. We got to bring you a salad or some soup or whatever. You know, give us a heads up. Give us an inbox where you at. We will come check on you. Real talk. So again, y'all, this Saturday we're gonna be at the Hampton House, getting the flyers together. August 30th, y'all get on deck. Real talk. Make history, take history, tape history, y'all. Questions, y'all. Any questions or comments? 745, 742. Give me give me a station break if you can to come around. I'm gonna see a supernatural and build is on deck. I'm gonna call him real quick, see what it is. But give me something. What we got to play in Blue Island? Okay, that's 120 something to. I think we're trying to see Saturday morning. I'm trying to pull it up. We're supposed to go to the funeral on Saturday morning out that way anyway. Okay, I'm gonna about you my number 2. We'll check it out that Saturday morning. Metro South and Blue Island. Y'all kiss the Hollywood and y'all thoughts and prayers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know, hey, sister living legend. You dig? Y'all, hey, she was held captive for a minute. Hey, stand up, sister, man. Love and respect. Real talk, y'all. Real sister of the struggle. You know, they ain't using that term loosely. Real talk, y'all. Right on. Okay, give sister Conrad, what we got on deck that we can play for a second? Give me a station break. Fremont. Yes. We're gonna do a remake on this one. All the confusion, man. Yeah, we're gonna do a remake on this one, y'all. Real talk. We're gonna do a remake on this one, y'all. I can't. Matter of fact, Beats, if you listening, Beats, man, do I gotta put you on public notice or something, man? We need you to get over there. We listen. We need a studio. It can be a small studio in the Hampton House. We need also somebody who do that woodcraft. You know what I'm saying? My man. Who gave us our tattoo, you know what I'm saying, skills, you know what I'm saying, he gonna come through. We need that table. Y'all seen that Sons Anarchy, they got that Sons Anarchy logo on their table. We need that Cub logo in that wood or painted. I want that, I need that logo right there on that table, y'all. So again, we need that. Oh, hey, Don, real talk. Hey, you know what? I'm on it. I'm ASAP. Let me get in contact with my nephew. You're right, real talk. He can make it happen for we. Yeah, real talk. I'm gonna get on the ASAP. Right on, cuz. On the ASAP. Yes, indeed. I'm on the AS. Yeah, we on it. Ball of confusion, y'all. Temptation, y'all. Listen, it's still relevant. Listen to these words, y'all. Right on, Sarah Smith. Let's see, right on. We gonna get a Spirit of Reverend Nat Turner. Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. You dig? Right on. I'm gonna step out for 1 minute. Call my man. Hey, Fremont, what up, my bro? How you looking, man? We trying to make it happen. How you looking? Yeah. I got you. We live now. Can you get a few minutes on airwaves? No. I ain't get your speakerphone right now. I'm talking. I mean, we taking a station break real quick now. If you can call back in, and I text you the number. You can call back in. You know what I'm saying? Get you in for the last few minutes. Yeah. No. 929. I texted to you. I can text it back. 929. Let me text it to you. I'm gonna text you right now. Then press 1. I'm texting you right now. All right, Fremont. I bet with us, a cub with us. Still a ball of confusion right here. In the building, boy. Y'all see Minnesota up? Right on. How you feel, Recovery? You good? Right on, free them all, man. Hold on, man. I'm gonna go throw your paperwork away, man. Hey, Fremont, how we looking, y'all? How we looking? Give me look for a 917 to be calling in. A 917 should be calling in ASAP. Fremont. 917. You on deck yet? We got these supernatural pieces on deck. We can play it because he about to call in. Give me some of supernatural. You drop the joint. If he call, when he call in, just bring him straight in. Free them all. Supernatural, y'all heard about it? A hip hop phenomenon, freestyle champ. You expect to call Supernatural in a few minutes. He come off the head with all this shit, y'all. Don't be scripted. It's supernatural. Y'all Google them, check them out. It's off the head. Free them all. Supernatural, free them all. Hey, y'all, heads up, ass on the fitness. We got our brother, your brother, my brother, our brother, Supernatural. Hey, the freestyle champ, hip hop phenomenon. Again, hey, live and on deck with us, y'all. Y'all ain't heard about him. Hey, I don't know where y'all been. You know what I'm saying? Better ask Siri about him. Supernatural, free them all, my brother. I'm good. I need to break it up a little bit though. But I know you moving, man. I know you gotta make some moves. You're supposed to be doing an event tomorrow in Vegas, I think. You know what I'm saying? We heard about it. So we appreciate you, brother. What's going on with you? Let me just say this before we get, y'all. We talk about the Black Panther Party Cubs. We talk about the code of culture. The code, so we tend to win ours at some points of unity with the struggle. And many of y'all have heard or seen a lot of the war stories when we had to go up on stage and educate different people, even whether it be some different reactionary cats, a lot of these artists who they call these conscious artists, you know what I'm saying? Artists who you think that would be really open for us to come out, put out the word about different cases and stuff, and then there are those who know the background history, how we had to go meet some artists as soon as they land, you know what I'm saying, go through their different managing handlers and they masters, they masters, and to educate them. On the other end of the spectrum, we have those who, soon as they see us come on stage, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't care what venue it is, say, hold on, man, hey, Chairman Fred is here, the Cubs here, and you know what I'm saying? I mean, without no struggle, you know what I'm saying? Pass the mic over, tied in, you know what I'm saying? We have those who, even when we not there with them physically, you know what I'm saying, get love and respect for the Cubs, you know what I'm saying? We appreciate these forces. And again, Supernatural is one of those forces, y'all. So again, we are honored to have our brother Supernatural on deck. We gotta raise some criticism on him too, because you know, so he got to get his Cub, his patch, and his some more stuff. You know what I'm saying? We'll deal with that later on, though. You know what I'm saying? But pros outweigh his cons, all that still love though. Cub love to you. What's happening, Supernat?
Still trying to put out that conscious music, that positive music, not even really calling it music. I'm just trying to put out music that's positive with a specific intent, and I don't know, like most people out there, some people have heard of me, some people haven't, but I've been in the struggle in this hip hop game from day one, and having a gift the way that I have it, being able to address the people has always been an issue for the industry. So, people like yourself being able to be affiliated with the thought process of the Panther Party, coming through a second generation, third generation, for me is something that, I embrace wholeheartedly. That's one of the reasons that you don't see me in the mainstream, is because I've already took my stance when I was 22 years old and said I wasn't going to rap about that type of stuff. That wasn't my intent. And so, that's how even the chairman even came to be friends with him, being at the events where the rappers was at, but realizing that microphone was much more than just a boasting tool. It's a teaching tool. And I think a lot of these young cats that even get that opportunity on the mic don't ever even come to the realization of that, how powerful they truly are. To be able to stand in front of 50,000 people and say what they want to say, when a brother like yourself got to bob and weave through the crowd with covert moves just to get to the mic, and to say your little I've recently, been expressing myself through art. I've always been an artist, but my paintings have started to really take a different path per se. You see them, Chairman.
Yes.
Firsthand, everything is political, everything is black, everything is love.
Yes.
That's what I'm doing. That's really like my movement. I stay traveling around the world, man, just trying to at least spread the gospel and keep people educated on what's really going on out here in the world. There's people. I just came from England, and there's an epidemic there with the young brothers stabbing each other up. It's going on worldwide. So every time I get an opportunity to address the issue, whether it be in England, Africa, United States, wherever I try to address the issue. That's my gift to rhyme, but to be able to rap in real time is a whole new energy. That means that I can convey anything at any moment. You can whisper in my ear, Jim, you can tell me something in my head, and it can turn into a verse that quick, and that's what I try to travel the world to do, is give people memories, and at least if they have to sit back through those memories, there's some jewels that involve.
Tom. When people hear about supernatural, that it's been times. A lot of times people flash back, harken back to different moves, impromptu, no script or none of that. Supernatural, you literally on stage and people in the audience just throw out different subject matter. Top of his head, he come on with it. So and I'm throwing them on the spot. I'm telling our callers, our viewers, if y'all think we just making this up, hey, Daryl, call in, throw, you know what I'm saying? This brother, and it's not illogical, but some people might question, well, damn, why why you don't get the mainstream media attention, so on and so forth. And we say it in every arena, whether it be in the music, the movement, based on no talent, you know what I'm saying? It's it's the state, the system, they going hunting. And they steady going fishing. And they put a lot of these people out there as bait. They're gonna say how you chasing these, these smoking mirrors, these dreams, and they take our talent, but they don't want no legitimate, talent. And people who can really relate to the real, like you just said in real time. I can attest this. I can't tell you how many artists that people think are gangsters or conscious, given opportunity to come to the community to run around. They won't dare touch the community. You know what I'm saying? Spice One recently, Spice One came into the hood with us, right on the spot where one of the sister was murdered. You know what I'm saying? It was hours later. We did, in fact, Hate Me Now was the video he did right then. I was in it. Supernatural. He came through Chirac, and we literally traveled, across the borderlines of different street organizations. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, I ain't talking about with no media coverage, no police coverage, none of that. I'm talking about sat on the block, sat on cats' porches. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
If our forefathers and our predecessors were able to see the power that we have as young black men, excluding me, and talking about the people that are the mainstream artists, they have now taken the politics and put it in the hands of people that don't know politics. They've taken the freedom fighter role and given it to a person. Excuse me, I never wanted to fight for freedom. Because if you got a $50,000 record deal and you was able to stand on stage with people, your fight should have started right there. As soon as you signed, the dotted line, your fight started right there. So if you have to wait to get into the limelight now and I started to notice this in entertainment, it's like they're trying to put all of these different entertainers in these little political arenas, like Kim Kardashian going to fight for the sister, and, just so on and so forth, like these, all these different rappers and Pusha T speaking on prison reform. How the hell you speaking on prison reform and everything you spit is about dope? How do you think they got in prison? So it's like, for me, even if I address this in the public, for a guy like me, they go, oh, he ain't got a hit record, so he's upset. No, I'm not upset. I'm clear. There's a difference between being upset and clear. One of the things that is keeping our people in bondage, and a lot of things is causing the death, is the music. And I've been studying this for 25 years almost. The psychological impact of the frequency of what's coming out the radio.
Yes.
And a lot of people just don't want to hear it. They don't want to understand it. When we was coming up, even though there was violence in the street, there was still songs about love on the radio.
Yes.
There was still songs about family. It's family reunion. You know, I still love my mama. You know, all of these songs have connotation and meaning. Now the music has been decreased to a black frequency. And notice I said a black frequency because we're not black people, first of all. We're human. We're not even that color. That's one of the connotations that they put on it. But I've always said it, and I will still maintain it. From the time that hip-hop was instituted, from the very first time, people like your father, Fred Hampton Jr., Huey P. Newton, you know, all the Panthers of the past. If you gave them a mic, if you put it in rap terms, they was gonna get busy. Every time they touched the mic and there was a crowd there, they was gonna turn the space out with their words. So once they realized that words were powerful, communicated, and carried a certain amount of energy, then this thing rap comes along, and they willingly give us the mic now, when we used to have to fight for it. But they know that the medicine and the poison that's laced in the lyrics is just as powerful as a man standing up there trying to uplift. It's a dynamic force. You uplift, you tear down. So that, you know, that's just me studying it from being for over 25, 30 years, and sitting back and seeing the impact that the music has had on our community firsthand. You know, even beyond dry. I mean, the music promotes everything. It's a soundtrack to the bullshit, pardon my language. But, you know, if you got a young shorty out there, he's on the block 9 times out of 10, if you're standing on a corner 6 hours, 7 hours, you got to have something entertaining.
Yeah.
So you're going to put them headphones in your ear.
Yeah.
And when you're listening to whatever that dude is saying, I'm out here getting this money, I'm busting this gun, I got to hustle to struggle, that puts a frequency in your body. A vibration goes to your body. He goes too deep when he goes here. No, I'm not going too deep. They've been controlling us through frequencies and vibrations for a long time. Turn off the radio and turn on your brain. That's what I'm telling a lot of these youth. Put down the music and open your eyes and realize that the music has been dumbed down, watered down, and drug-laden. You know, just my 2 cents. You know what I mean?
You coming with it? You know, Quabin, I know you need. I hope you listen and call in. Quabin, give us some updates, time with this. You know what I'm saying? This brother I just mentioned, you know what I'm saying, we really be out there talking about this issue, particularly in regards to music and, you know, the propaganda bombs that you know what I'm saying, that are, you know, are being dropped on our people and put this in context of warfare. And, you know, just even like you talking about the importance of communication, music, and, you know, the state studies that, like, in fact, I think it's especially in Quantico, Virginia, when at the FBI, one of the major bases of the FBI, they have, you know, a certain department just regards to addressing and studying, you know, like how black people, how, you know, the responses to the amount of decibels in the person's speech, you know what I'm saying? Like, even when you go to church and the different preachers and pastors, when they speak, they know how to trigger certain emotions in people in our community. It's a whole science to it. In fact, North America went so far, even during the era of chattel slavery, they had outlawed the drum. The drum was illegal, though the Portuguese didn't outlaw it in Brazil and other places, you know what I'm saying? But this whole dynamic, they study that, you know what I'm saying? So it's not by happenstance, a type of music, you know what I'm saying? And I'm using that term loosely, you know what I'm saying, that's flooding our community. And people to try to negate it to, like, well, if a person consciously listen to it or not, I can flash back on so much of this slop that I call myself repeating, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you've been bombarded with it all day, you know what I'm saying? You hear it, and it's coming through the video games.
What am I saying?
Yeah.
I wouldn't sing this because it's been programmed.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Back in the 60s, they were called radio shows.
Yeah.
Now, in this day and age, they're called programs, radio programs. And you have a program director.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the word program is in front of everything.
Yes.
And then you pick the program the music, which programs the people. I tell people every okay, if you simply listen to the simplicity of the English language,
yes,
you can't miss the tricks. But they know that most people don't listen. Programs, just like they call the projects.
Hey, the writing is on the wall. The writing is on the wall. The ingredients is on the bag. Yeah, the ingredients on the bag.
And they never really, and most of us, we're so naive, and we just use English as a day-to-day tool to just communicate. We don't know that it's also being used as a weapon to destroy.
What is some?
My father always used to say, "Listen to the sweet semantics of words."
You know, say it again. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
My father always used to say, "Listen to the sweet semantics of words." And when I was younger, I didn't understand what he meant. But as I got older and I started to listen to the way people talk to you, a man can subtly attack you in a conversation and never raise his voice.
Yeah.
You know, and my father, that's called verbal self-defense. That's one of the first things we learned in my freestyle classes in the seminar, is how to defend yourself verbally and how to articulate yourself to present yourself in a way that you'll always be heard. And I think that's why the music right now is so dumbed down, so lethargic, so slow, so drug-laden. Because why? If you want to be like Skepta said shit, and you keep walking slow, yes, see, they slowed that music down to that frequency.
Yeah.
And then you add in syrup, Xanax, and you add in all these other drugs, because see, the youth are the future, correct?
Yes.
At the end of the day.
Yes.
And the youth right now, from white to black, are flocking to this music. Remember the Pied Piper, once he got the kids out of the hood, the rats out of the hood, he killed the kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's a part of the fairy tale they don't tell you.
Yes.
You know, so that music is some of the most mesmerizing, powerful, you know, mobilizing thing. I think that's one of the biggest weapons amongst the arsenal of weapons that they use to attack our people. You know, even the 360 deal is the. Go ahead.
No. Okay, no. Okay, but the 360 deal. Update it. Hip us to that. We heard Nipsey. We heard different people already talk about the 360 deal. Okay, hip us to that for those.
Was designed for us to think that everything would be taken care of, but slowly it was to decimate the rap industry. See, artists now are so quick to want to give away their music just so they can be heard. And then you generate the support of whichever site you're using. When before, we had record labels and we had artists that were individuals. So the 360 deal is basically a deal that's all inclusive. They take care of your merchandising, your travel, your food, your flight, all of that. But also they get a cut of everything from the artist.
And that's,
so the artist is no longer making his own money. He's really, it's a deal where you're still working for them.
And
I was in a 360 deal for 1 year, and I ran from it.
Wow.
As soon as I figured out what it was, I was like, no, this is no place for me. It looks good from the outside.
Yes. But
you'll never make a dime that way.
And it's
they pay for everything only to keep you in that perpetual circle of having to pay them back.
And that's interesting. It comes at a time when, you know, there's, certain apparatuses, such as social media and everything that's out here. People can still move to some sort of semblance of independence. So that's interesting that they could even sell the whole thought. About the 360 deal. Again, at the time, even though we know people are still never independent all the way in nothing on this big plantation. But when people start putting their own stuff out, the social media, iTunes, what have you, and how was the industry able to still make this appear to be appealing about this whole, this well, you said one thing that they take care of everything, and I guess it could be.
Oh yeah, that's the hook.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hook. I mean, and if you like, Jay-Z was in a 360 deal, but he's Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
So type of things that they're giving him is on a whole other level.
Well, ironically, it just came out recently.
With those people.
I I would just ironically, it's a big discussion now recently talking about even the resource they say that he's supposed to have. They say that that's not the case. They say like it's really smoke and mirrors even in his case. It's a big.
This is what I'm saying. All of these people at one time or another get into bed with the big bad wolf, and if you don't have your wits about you when you go in, the 360 deal and a plethora of other things they do. They destroyed one of the most powerful voices we had as black men, and I'm telling you that rap has touched the world. It's in Africa. It's in Asia. It's in Mongolia. It's in China. And this is something that started even before we started. Before our fathers started. Cats was rapping.
Yes.
So that's been going on for over 80, 50, 30 years. Cats been in the streets getting poetry.
Yeah.
So, and Malcolm, what did he used to do before he was on the podium? He was on the soapbox.
Yes.
The fact that you could stand in the car, I could convey my message to my music was all, I knew my power early. And I want to tell all young men out there, if you have the ability to sit down and write a poem, you have the ability to sit down and write a new manifesto for life. And a lot of these young brothers out here are afraid to speak their truth in their music. A lot of us, my father used to say, never rap to entertain your friends. You know, and a lot of them, unfortunately, that's what they do. They rap to entertain each other. They don't realize that window of opportunity is very small. If you haven't established yourself and tried, and I'm not saying every MC should go out there and preach. That's not what I'm saying, but if you got a song is only 3 minutes, you can take that first minute and give a jewel to someone. One of the reasons that I wanted to stand up and learn more is when I heard Public Enemy for the first time. If you look at the 90s compared to now, you know it was a scary time for record executives back then. You know why? Just listen to the names. We had Brand New KRS-One, More Righteous Teachers, Public Enemy, Lakim Shabazz, Queen Latifah. These names just the names alone. Let's not even put no music to it. Just those names alone. Now, let's take it to the now. We got Little Yachty, Little Uzi Vert, Young Jock, Young Joe, Lil this one, Lil Pump, Lil Weezy. They've decreased us to everything little and young.
Yeah.
Yet we grown men. So see, I look at the metaphorical context of everything. You know, back then in the 90s, Afrocentricity was almost a fad. But at the same time, it still had people moving around with a certain look, which caused a certain conversation. And if it caused a conversation, then it would go make a person want to go look something else. Let me go look in and see what this is about. And that's why I think they had to destroy the fabric of what hip-hop was. If you trace it back to its original roots, it goes all the way back to Africa.
Yes.
I can take you all the way back to the now. But where they took it now is, here's the other thing. Once, like you said something key earlier, you said they banned the drum.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
In that particular part of the world.
Yes.
Well, guess what?
Yes.
All the new music that they call trap,
Yes.
it doesn't have real drums. All of that is synthetically made music. Just like synthetic dope.
Synthetic dope.
You know what I mean?
You cats can't get they can't get a real bag of dope no more. That's bad. Yeah.
They created the music that way purposely. It's really, look, I heard Gucci Mane say something one time, and I never understood this till this one particular interview I watched.
Yeah.
And he was talking to one of the producers, and they said, why did they start calling it trapping?
Yeah.
And I was wondering too. You know, I knew it had the drug connotation, but I didn't let anybody go deeper than that.
Yeah.
And the producer said, reason they called it trap music is because the trap boys would come off the trap after hustling, and most of them really couldn't rap anyway, and they wanted to make as many songs as they could, so they would pay the producer a certain amount and record 10 songs in one night. So if you're recording 10 songs in one night, the quality of the music is not going to be the same. Yeah. It's going to be some beats that you just tapped out real fast.
Yeah.
And that was the birth of trap. So you coming from selling drugs all night, you want to be a rapper.
Yeah.
You go in the studio, you pay this man $2,000-$3,000.
Yeah.
To give you 10 bullshit beats, and then you get simplistic, stupid, degrading, outlandish stuff that could come out of a black man's mouth on a record.
Yeah.
And then you put it out in the street the same way you sold the dope. So now, once again, we making soundtracks to our own demise. You know, and when I reflect on that as an artist, I feel like it's my duty, as well as all my other brothers that are truly about it, to make music that matters, man. Nobody, even in the R&B, we don't got a Marvin Gaye right now.
Yeah.
We don't got a Donny Hathaway right now. We don't got a Curtis Mayfield right now.
Man.
They made sure that they knew when black music started to take form the way that it did, and it started to spread across the country.
Yeah.
And then the white kids started listening to black music, and they started learning something from it. They said, "Oh hell no."
Yeah, you got Justin Timberlake. You know, it's like giving it's a bad time, man. Hey, we doing real deal conditions. Hey, this the age of plastic body parts, GMO foods, fake organizations, fraud. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we doing real deal repercussions, though. You know, it's a bad time for good men and good women. You know.
I say it all the time, brother, and sometimes it feels like we'll never get over. But at the end of the day, I always reflect back on some of my father's words. He said, as long as you're conscious, not conscious in the sense of being black and conscious, being awake in your mind, and they can never steal the dream. Because see, even if you still dreaming, you're alive, and a lot of times, if they can kill your dream early on, you know, you already doomed. And remember this, kid, you be on the basketball court, or you might be playing with one of your friends, playing a game, and he talking the whole game. Talking to you, talking you out of your game. A lot of these young brothers have been talked right out of their game.
Yeah.
They start good, they start strong, and then that one person gets in your ear and starts telling you don't need that. You can do it like this. You don't gotta say that. Or the other one, you can rap like this for a little while, then turn good later. That's what I used to hear. People would even approach me with that. Yo, why don't you just rap with this gangster thing for a little while, and then you could like change your message? No. But see, this is the mentality of our people once again. This is what they do to us. They have taken the bad and made it good. I was watching the news the other day, yesterday. There's a new thing coming on TV about a great inventor, and it's called Strange Angel. And I noticed how loosely everybody in the news program talked about this guy being this great inventor, but he got his energy from sex magic. And I'm like, why do we need this right now in the mainstream? Why does this need to be on TV right now? I just happened to see it. But I said, this is once again them taking the bad and making it good.
Yes.
You know, giving it a place on television. You know, that's what I'm saying, man. I was reading. I got a little thing that I put up one day on my Instagram, and it said, television and radio are poison. That's trap. That's the acronym.
Dig that.
You know, because the airwaves is sacred. You know, for even us to be speaking what we speaking right now, of course we know this is recorded and for further study. So let's give them something to study. You can't walk in this world with fear. Fear is one of the most crippling, I don't even call it an emotion. It's one of the most crippling feelings you can feel is fear. And if they can instill fear in your heart, they already got you.
It's a quote on the movie. It's a quote. I always forget the name of this movie. It has subtitles on it. Not Jaguar. It's about the indigenous people. In fact, it was produced, I think, by Mel Gibson. Got the name of this movie though, but what is it? That's a political. That's it. Jaguar's a character to make. Yeah, and it's a piece in there with when the guy tells one of the guys, he said, "Man, right on." The camera, the camera just said that. Yep, and it's a piece in there. The guy tell the other guy, he said, "You come around." You say, "Your fear is contagious." You say, "Stay away from us." He said, "Your fear," and and that's real talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, even like people who just bring a blanket of defeatism. You know what I'm saying? I got a disdain for that. You know what I'm saying? I got a real disdain. It's infectious. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, and the state know that courage is contagious. You know what I'm saying? It's like it inspires people. You know what I'm saying? Opens the door of creativity. But that whole down, that defeatism. You know what I'm saying? And that's real talk, man. Sister Linda Brewer in the building. My baby sister Tosh in the building. We got Pittsburgh in the building. Tracy, y'all listen to all over y'all. And we got Supernatural live and direct on here, y'all. If you don't know about him, you got to know about us. Our brother, y'all. Hey, making history, taking this and taping history, y'all. Give us we're gonna count down two. Give us Sister I know Sister get a word from Comrade. There's some supposed to call his daughter supposed to call in. Pigs and Cicero supposed to vamp on her. Y'all feel free to call in any questions for Supernatural comments. Let's see the time, y'all. We got any callers in queue? We got Supernatural online with us. Don't miss this opportunity. Real talk, y'all. I call our brother last minute. So when I touch that. Callers in queue. Okay. So Supernatural, free them all. Welcome to Freedom On Radio. You got Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. and also Supernatural. If you don't know about him, y'all got to know about him. You know what I'm saying? It's our brother. Real talk, y'all. Making history, taking history, taping history. We also Intellectual Radio. We double-breasted, y'all. Who we got? Yes, sir. I'm here. I don't get any callers. Call in queue? No. And
I apologize, brother. It's kind of freezing up on me, so the mic is opening slowly.
Okay, we'll go.
Okay, if we lost, we got caller 615-692.
Okay.
You let caller 615-692.
Okay, yo, we got
773-386.
Hello. Welcome to Freedom On Radio. Hi. How you doing?
Hi, my name is Tanika. I know this is completely off of what you guys were just talking about for the last 30, 40 minutes. I was calling in because my father, Sam McKinney,
okay, right on.
Encouraged me pretty much to call and just put out there to the public something that happened to me. My sister dealing with the police, the Cicero police.
Woo!
We were driving on 30th and Cicero, and the police officer pulled me over and told me that it looked like I was going to hit him. And I was like, sir, I wasn't going to hit you. And so he asked me for my license and my insurance. I gave him my license, and then my insurance. I didn't have my insurance card, so I looked it up online, and he's like, "No, I need the exact insurance ticket." And I'm like, other officers have stopped me, and I'm giving them, showing it to them on my phone, but that was what it was. So he walked away from the car, and he stayed back, and he was like, I know you say it took him some time, and he walked back up to my car, and he's like, so do you have any weapons or anything in the car? And I'm like, no, I don't have any weapons. So he walked back away, and he walked back
Yes.
Are you sure you don't have any weapons? So my younger sister she was asleep.
Yes.
She got no
yes.
And so she sat up and said she didn't have no weapons. Why would you?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, don't get upset with him. Just let it.
Yes.
So by this time of the scene or whatever, and so the first officer asked me to step outside of the car. So I asked him, so what am I stepping outside the car for? So I just went on ahead and I stepped outside of the car or whatever, and he walked me over to his car to put my hands on the up against his car hood. I put my hands on the car hood and everything, and I'm talking to him, and he's like, so where are you coming from? Asking me, just basic questions. So I'm answering it for him.
Basic black people questions.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So the second officer walks up to my sister's back seat door, and he opened her door. Now I'm asking, what does this have to do with her? That seat, she has her seatbelt on. What are you?
Right.
At the same time, this time, my little sister, car. This is car for you back seat. He grabbed out of the car, like pulled her by the arm. As he pulled her out the car, he put handcuffs on her. He never reads her Miranda rights or anything. And we're yelling like, what are you arresting her for?
Right.
So the first officer who was first on the scene is stopped. As the second officer was throwing my little sister in the back of the car, the first officer took my seat down, like grabbed the seatbelt part,
yes,
and went in my trunk and started searching my car and searching everything. So he found an empty bottle, and I guess he found an empty bottle, and then said that the empty bottle was my little sister's bottle. Well, either bottle was my little sister's bottle or anybody's bottle. First of all, it's in my car, so you had no reason to arrest her.
right.
You never found her drinking anything, and so it was never a reason to arrest her to pull out the car.
Right.
They did that. So as they threw my little sister in the car, I asked the second officer, I said, sir, can you get my cell phone? And I was like, can you get my cell phone? Because in my head, I wanted to record what was happening.
Yeah.
And so the second officer went and he played like he was looking for my phone, but he didn't. And so he let the guy write the tickets in, and the first guy told me, well, if you keep snapping or keep yelling at me, I'm gonna administer a DUI test. And I said, go ahead, administer the DUI test. I don't care about you doing that.
Right.
So he just proceeded to write the ticket. So I'm still yelling like what the fuck? Why are you backseat in his car?
Right.
Her. And so then after the second officer went through my car, he took my keys and he locked it up with the bottle sitting on the seat, and I took pictures of that. And so then he brought me, after he went through mine and my sister's purses and went through my car, he locked his car up, and then he walked back to me, and the second officer said, we're impounding your car.
Well,
we found an alcohol bottle. And I was like, wait a minute. And the first officer said, and so your sister told us that was hers. And I'm like, you a damn lie. My sister didn't tell you nothing because she was asleep when you pulled her over. And I supposed to, I didn't even know why she was going by her.
right.
So after the second officer went through my car and he searched my car, he then brought me my cell phone after so I could record them and what they were doing. And so then I started cursing them out. I'm like, you know what? It's so funny you couldn't find my phone, but you found it after you decided to lock my car. So you put my keys and everything, and they pretty much impounded my car. They arrested my little sister, and to this day, I don't know why they arrested my little sister. I still can't tell you why. Because I don't think they didn't write out what the charge was. Instead, they wrote a charge number, and when I googled the charge number, it just said quasi.
It said what? It said what? It said what? That's yeah. Huh. Wow.
And so,
Quasi.
we go, and then, so we go and we buy my sister out of jail.
Yeah.
And get my car back. And my little sister had a knot on her eye because the way the guy threw her in the police car, it with handcuffs, her eye hit something in that truck.
Yeah.
And she had like a red stain in her eye. So when she gets out of jail, she tells us that the police officer threw her in took her to a room, and because she wouldn't talk and say anything, she kept saying, "I don't even know why I'm here."
Right.
Nobody read my Miranda rights. The guy told her, "Well, we're gonna." He turned the air on to leave her in the room to freeze for several hours. He's like, "I guess we're gonna make it real cold."
Yeah.
It'll be real uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And so he also said he started calling out like a black bitches, dumb black bitches, and I know she's not lying about that.
No.
Because he was calling me that when I was irate, and I was also being conversational with them by the time they threw my little sister into that car, because I just didn't understand why they would even touch her. You know, I could understand if they found a bottle out my trunk, why they wouldn't found my car, why they take me. They never administered a field sobriety test, so you know they never thought that I was intoxicated. So why would you take my car and impound it, and then take her to jail, and she literally was in the back seat with her seatbelt on when they stopped us? So I just really wanted to share my story. My dad was like, "Call me."
Yes, indeed. What's the court? Did they give a court date? They give a court date?
So my court date is June 25th, and my sister, and it's in Maywood. So I have 2 tickets.
Oh, Maywood.
I have a ticket for going
Yeah.
to church.
June 20. Your July 20. Okay.
And
June.
then I have another ticket where he said I did improper language. But that was, I never did that. He never even said anything about improper language. When he pulled me over, he said, "Where are you off to?" Because it looked like I felt like he was about to hit me. And I'm like, what? I never was about to hit you. Then, after I put my big sister came,
Yeah.
he's home, or we went to the police station, I saw like 6 other Cicero police officers stopping other people up the road. Like, he was like, they was on duty to stop.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
They were out doing that. It was one of the glitches that we saw other cars stop on the side of the road by Cicero police officers. So they were just looking for a reason. He followed me off the expressway.
Yeah.
Off the little ramp I was getting off on, just to, nitpick.
For those who listen outside, we have an international listening audience and viewing audience. Those who are outside Illinois, is Cicero in particular, y'all. A notorious. I'm talking about, they don't cut no corners. You know what I'm saying? No corners. You know what I'm saying? So we don't take it for granted that you still breathing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad our comrade, since Stan told you to call in. June 25th is the court. That's at Maybrook Courthouse. Give us, if you got a courtroom, we want to make sure we be there. There, anything in particular also needs some assistance. What about legal counsel? Any other calls or getting the word? We definitely want to get the word out. You know what I'm saying? People to be at the courthouse there with you. But anything in particular, we need to put a call out for assistance on the turn. What have you?
I actually have contacted an attorney.
Okay.
And my court date, I'm sorry, I told you it's June 25th. It's June 22nd.
22nd.
1:30, and where I'm going to be, the room is 102. Now, my sister also has a court date, and honestly, I didn't get that information, but I believe it's around the same time. And her where she has to go to court is not in Maywood. I believe it's in the city of Chicago. We online next Wednesday also. You can call back in next Wednesday, and keep us posted on this. You know what I'm saying? Give us get a confirmation on her court date and courtroom and all that. You know what I'm saying? Call back in next Wednesday. Okay, will do. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sis. Nope. Oh, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Right on. You know what I'm saying? So we on deck. So keep us posted. Next Wednesday, call us back those details. Yes, indeed. Y'all, Super Nat. Yes, sir. Right on. So listen, I want to get you back online with us again too. So give us, you know what I'm saying, some contact information, some updates what you got going on too. You know what I'm saying? I got to get back there. Which we got to hit that studio too, man. You know what I'm saying? The spirit of that code of culture, make some things happen, man. You know what I'm saying? Use this vehicle. You know what I'm saying? This hip hop. We got to make some things happen. So give us some contact information and some other stuff what you got going on also before we close out.
Yeah, if y'all want to find me, you can find me on Instagram at MC Supernatural. I always keep all my shows posted, all my events, my speaking engagements, all of those things will be up there. You can find me on Facebook at MC Supernatural as well, or on my real page under my real name, Rico Price. That's RECOPRICE. And you can leave me messages anytime if there's any way that I can help in the movement. Any way that I can write a song, paint a painting. You know, there's so many ways to express yourself in this movement. And I'm multi-dimensional, so
we already got
know that I'm open to,
we already got you committed to doing a whole wall inside the Hampton House, you know what I'm saying? And I left our painting down there, so we got to get that back also. So we want to thank you already for that commitment there. For that, you know what I'm saying? Bring your we get you up here. Matter of fact, for the Chairman Fred Street Party, August 30th. We got to get you up here. You know, so you just can go, so you can go.
Be there for that, so I can get the people bless them with something on that day. That's good. That's a good day for me to be there.
That'd be perfect, bro. Man, hey man, stay in tune with us. We love you, appreciate you, man. Again, y'all, this is Supernatural, y'all. Hey, this is our brother. We look forward to seeing August 30th for the Chairman Fred Street Party. We're gonna put a wall to the side of him just to go off up in there. I mean, just go straight off in there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, brother's a phenomenal brother. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate and love you. Y'all make sure we're gonna have updates. As Comrade Stan, y'all heard him before. He was who's doing Illinois chapter of the Black Panther Party. That was his daughter's calling in about the infamous Cicero. Soon she said Cicero, man, I almost told the rest of to finish the story up for you know. So again, we can't take it for granted that they're still breathing. So make sure we be at that court court date for them. We keep y'all posted. Keep y'all this Saturday. Come on out to the Hampton House, 804 South 17th Avenue, rather 17th and Warren. Also June 15th, we're gonna be at the Hampton House for Park and Sister Comrade Daphne birthday. June 5th, it's going down. June 15th, y'all. Real talk. Sister Comrade June 15th. Sister Comrade, y'all know she been on duty, you know what I'm saying? Her pops, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And Comrade, we get a breather, you know, and it's an honor, you know what I'm saying? We honored to, you know what I'm saying? That's we our people. That's you know, shit, our pops, our people, you know what I'm saying? But everything political, she been under attack, you know what I'm saying? You know, shit, by the state, you know, even dealing with that, even dealing with that, you know what I'm saying? Becoming out, you know, all type of attempts, you know what I'm saying, to divide our families, and that goes in regards to the senior care, the whether it be the Department of Children and Family Services, the elderly homes, whatever. They want us. They want our body organs. They want our bodies, all that. You know what I'm saying? And she fighting for them. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna be all gonna come out there and celebrate her birthday with us on the 15th, y'all. Let's round up, y'all. We gonna round up. Let's close on out, y'all. This is another episode. Same time, same station, y'all. Take us out to the Comrade next Wednesday, y'all. Same time, same station. Revolution, love, and respect. Intellectual Radio and Fremont Radio, y'all. Keep your heads up, eyes on fist clenched. Same time, same station. That's what it is. Fremont. Fremont. Okay. Yeah. Somebody phone buzz.